Let me not cap.
It's time to get spicy.
Bitches say they want the real me, they sound real stupid. I already told you my relationship with Q. This shit don't ever work, my heart cold.
Okay, so okay, so when it comes to body count, I think that when it comes to a female, it does matter along with guys in a sense. Because like I was trying to say before, I've had some bodies in the past where I've instantly regretted it just because I don't think that we deserved that, and also because like some of them were like one night stands and all that, and it's just like there was no actual like any emotional connection, and like if I'm being honest, like at the end I wasn't the one being pleased. And then, and then it's also like, as a woman, like,
such your game is shit.
Like, if I'm giving it up, like, at least make it good, you know? Like, I'm not wasting my time for no reason, you know? Like, I wouldn't do you like that, so you do me like that.
So for you, it's more so like emotional connection.
Not
you wasn't getting
that too, and it's also like, yeah, that too, and it's like, what was I gonna say? It's like, as a girl, like, when a guy looks at you, you want to be approached as a woman. You don't want to be approached as like an object or something that's easily to get their hands on. And for me, it's kind of like, I feel guilty about some bodies I've had because I made it seem like I was easy. But in reality, like, the person I actually am, like, I'm not an easy person, you know? And I just think that every girl should really respect themselves, because at the end of the day, why do you want to be looked at as that type of person and be labeled as that? Because if you have like 30 bodies, nobody's really going to take you that serious, especially if you want to go up to like a guy and you guys are just now starting to talk, like, and he asks you, what's your body count? And you're honest and you say 30, they're really going to have that thought in their head, like, you know, like, why would I want 30 bodies? You know?
I'm gonna be 31st.
Y'all think that'll make somebody insecure if they like hair? Like, especially, I know, I can speak for the guys myself. I think, you feel me? You find out your shorty, like, oh, she done got hit by 10. You feel me? Like, damn, like
10.
Yeah, and it's
10, I mean, or like 20, like, bro, we not that old, so it's like,
yeah,
like,
especially when it comes to age, it depends on the age.
yeah, like, well, I seen she was making a face though. So.
You got a story to tell you?
No, we don't. It's not me.
He was making a face, so I just, chime in.
Me?
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Her?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, okay. For me, Jordan said he doesn't judge, but I definitely do judge when it comes to bodies. Like, if I meet a guy who has like 10 bodies versus a guy who has one, I'm for sure going to be more emotionally attached to the guy with one, because sex for me is a huge deal, and I don't want to be with a guy who just has sex with anyone just to have pleasure, because it's way more deeper than pleasure. I've had one night stand, and it was the worst decision I've ever made, and now I'm only sticking to like only having sex with guys I'm dating, because I don't want ever to be dating a guy and be like, damn, like, he's having sex with all these people, who says he's not going to go cheat on me just because he wants another body, because my body isn't enough for him. So I would never want to put myself in a position where I'm so insecure and so scared of someone just because sex is such a big deal for them.
Yeah.
What about me? Okay.
You'll see why I've been laughing. Like,
Okay.
yeah, you'll see why I've been making faces.
Okay. So obviously, like, I've been like really big on like body count doesn't really matter.
Really big.
But like I do believe like some like it does matter in like situations, but if it's like kind of the double standard for me. That's what really gets me about the body count, because I can mess with a dude and have this emotional connection with him, and it turned out that he like had sex with like 60 women, and let's say like my body count is 10, and he attacks me because I have 10 bodies, calling me a whore or whatever else, but you're out here messing with all these girls. So like where's the balance at? Because you can attack me for having a smaller body count when you're out here messing around.
There's for sure a double standard.
Not yet.
Guys with a lot of bodies are players. Girls with a lot of bodies are whores.
So look, so that kind of
Let me put that to like, you don't think females got this double standard for y'all outside of body count?
I'm saying,
Oh,
There definitely
there's
is.
a double standard for damn near everything.
Everything.
Oh, sorry, I don't want to cut.
No,
off.
I agree.
Alright, so like, for instance, like your attraction as a woman, like you get certain things that we may not get that we gotta actually like dig in the dirt for and work hard for, right? So you may get an opportunity like females want to say they get money for showing their feet.
That's so funny.
You gotta get the bag.
They get unwarranted attraction, like it just comes without them intending it. So you think that's I feel like on our end I feel like that's the only one thing that we take value of. Like, all right, we accept that double standard because we are the predators in a sense. We gotta pick our prey.
I also feel like for guys, like a lot of it, it's their thought process about it is like, you know, like, well, if I get a female, like, there's something about me that she wanted, you know. And like for girls, I feel like it's just so easy to get a guy, you know, like guys are always up for it. Yeah, we could go down the street and be like, yeah, do you want to fuck?
But do you think that's like,
say yes.
y'all think that's like bad on our end?
It makes you guys seem easy.
I mean, okay. Well, no, y'all can go. What's y'all take on that?
So,
Niggas, dudes, guys seeming easy.
So I like how he brought up the whole predator thing, like we on the hunt type, cause that's like a key thing when it comes to like bodies. Like I said, I don't really care for her if she honest with me and willing to change, but you have to keep in mind, like, for a female, it's so easy to if you have a vagina and you don't look garbage, you don't look like garbage. If you are just so open with a dude, like just applying pressure, like I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? He gonna fold. He gonna be like, all right, fight. But a guy, he has to have money. He has to have something that's gonna get the girl to be like, all right, you different from the rest. When it comes to girls, though, you ain't gotta be nothing special. You can look like any other girl out there.
You literally just
just
need a fat ass, and the guy's like, I want you. Like that's literally it. Like we, as women, I'm sorry, Nick.
No, you're
But
right.
like the thing is crazy is that when like the whole predator thing, what you were saying, like men, like for instance, yesterday we went out to a bar, and we were like with some of our friends, and one of them was like, I overheard him talking to another one of his friends, and he's like, all right, let's go scout out some like hoes, some bitches, and I was like,
I wonder who that could be.
It like bothered me because like I get it, like men want pussy, like that's cool. Girls want dick, like that's the reality. Like sex is like, you know, people want it. It feels good. But at the same time, if we're really talking about like the predator thing, is that men have like premeditated like efforts. Like if they see like someone they want, they're gonna go after them and they're gonna do whatever they gotta do. If they gotta throw bands at her or what, just to like slide in. And then it's not even like the fact like they can look at her and not like see her. Like they won't see like any characteristics, her morals, her values, what she is as a person. It's literally he's looking at her and be like, nice tits, fat ass. I want to fuck.
That's why
that's not fair.
That's why I say I want a guy with low body count, because he's less likely to look at you as just a body rather than a guy who has way more bodies and just looking at you as someone they want to fuck.
I can't look at your pants and see like, oh, you got a small dick, I don't want to fuck with you. Like it's not like that. But like women are more objectively to look like an object, or based off their appearance, they're gonna get more attention. And then for the girls that don't look like the other girls, they get like treated like basically like shit. Like they're like, oh, like I'm good, and I'm just like where's the respect?
Especially like nowadays, especially this generation, like two mans is a big one because
Two mans,
like 2 mans, 3 mans, trans, everything, all that.
Orgies.
Okay, it's like for you guys, like
You try to text me?
before. Okay, because everybody does it. Like everybody has to do it. Okay.
Yeah, right.
I don't know you want to go for that, but when Okay, let's say like you're with your homeboys,
Yeah.
and this girl is on FaceTime with you saying, "Come by,"
Yeah.
and you're like, you guys got friends for us, whatever. You obviously, before you even make that trip, before you even get up to go shower and wash yourself, you want to see a picture of the girl.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because there's nothing wrong about that. Because girls do that too. We look at them, and if they're fat and ugly, I don't want you. Like, I don't want to talk.
All right, let's not. What's wrong with fat people?
It's not my fault. You know what I'm saying?
Like she said, she wants a big boy.
What she said.
Canceled.
Fat
No,
phobia.
everybody in the world needs love. Just not everyone's gonna get from me. But
We got Weight Watchers, don't worry.
I feel like in certain settings, so if you're in a club, you think that's the wrong intent to be like, all right, let's check out the whole, like, what you're in a club. You're like,
It's not that it's the wrong intent. It just shows that how little they have respect when they're outside of their
It's not even
natural
that,
setting.
like, I
What's
can agree with
The natural setting is not the club. That's not where guys are looking for a wife. They're looking for someone to just hook up with.
So what's wrong with doing that then?
Right.
It's not that there's something wrong with it. It just shows who you are.
because if a girl is in the club, she's showing who she is. She's showing that she's.
But we're not going out of our way to look for a guy and be like, okay, I want to hook up with them.
Because y'all don't have
You're
to.
not gonna say anything.
It's not that we don't have to. I personally don't want to. I'm only there to have fun. I'm not there to go hook up with someone.
Okay,
Okay, that's you. Generally speaking.
I'm saying it's me. It's not everyone for sure.
If a girl see the bad, like the most sexiest man in the club, she's not gonna say nothing.
She not. No, for sure.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, no girl's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go take my shot. It rarely happens.
She might just walk past him. That's her shooting her shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's how go hit her.
We do something with our eyes to try to get their attention.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go out of my.
Would you be with someone who's wealthy, rich, but is a cheater or toxic, or would you rather be with someone who's broke and not toxic and not a cheater?
Absolutely not.
The broke guy for sure.
I would honestly pick the broke guy because at the end of the day, what matters is like who you're with, what your support system is. So if you're gonna have this man who doesn't respect you, that looks for like affection and sexual needs to other women, is like the money and all that like really worth it? Like feeling shitty all the time knowing like basically like you're not good enough for that man. So like are you like is that really worth it? Because I'd rather be with a broke guy and be like emotionally stable, have us good, because we could get out of the trenches. Like that ain't
Abby, you're not from the trenches.
What the fuck is in Ohio?
Columbus, OSU.
Cornfield.
Yeah,
Cornfields and OSU.
That's
about it.
Fuck nowhere.
What about you though? Either one of y'all.
To me, I'd rather have the broke because I personally don't really care about money. I've been the one to always buy stuff, spoil. Yeah, like all of us.
I swear to God, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like every girl we had on here, the first Jasmine, she said she got a nigga. $800 chain, PS5s, Rick Owens and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, what?
It depends on your love language.
It's more likely for a girl's love language to be gift giving than a guy for it to be gift giving.
And it's all because that's what we would want in the return.
Yeah, so I'm buying stuff for you because I would love that in return.
Yeah.
But I know I'm not.
But if
gonna
he
get
broke
it.
though,
That's the thing.
do this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So finishing what I was saying, I'd rather be with somebody who's like broke because one, I could always help out, you know, like as long as like you're not dead shit, be fucking broke, like you on the fucking couch watching TV, like
not trying,
like you know, like I'ma push you, I'm gonna be like, all right, like let's go look at jobs, you know, let's go figure some shit out, let's make a plan, so we're not broke as shit, you're not broke as shit, so I don't look like I'm with the fucking love.
Yeah.
But if the love's there, the love's there.
How about you?
Do I wish my boyfriend was wealthy? Like, of course. Like, I don't. Like, that's not me being a gold digger.
She's a good one.
I'm not. It's like
That was gonna be.
You just want to be financially
I just
stable.
don't want to be put in a position again where I feel like I'm spending so much money on a person and their whole personality is that they're broke. They could go get a job. They don't want to. They don't want to put the work in. If you are broke, I understand it completely. but not every date and everything has to be money. Like, you could tell me let's go on a walk and I'll be perfectly fine with that over like a nice dinner. Just don't make it seem like you're broke and that means you can't do anything. We have to sit in a room all day.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like for y'all, as far as like, I know it's a different end of the spectrum, but like, do y'all think females go after the guys who portray that image or who got more money, like the niggas who got the cars, got this shit?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. Majority, like I ain't speaking for them right here. They said they piece, but majority of women, they definitely gonna go for the guy that has more money.
Oh, for sure.
That means you're more like, and that's not, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Like if you just using them for money, then you ain't got no goals. But like, if a guy got more money, he's stable, he got plans, goals, all this other stuff. That's understandable. I want a girl that at least got plans. Like
On her shit.
yeah, I don't need her spending thousands on me, but like as long as she got what she got going on and she cool, then I'm cool.
I think also like women, like when you go out and stuff, like the men who are like buying tables, like throwing money, women tend to be like, oh, so he can throw money at like bottles and stuff, so they can throw money at me. So like they're gonna, if they see that, they're gonna go and attack it.
And that goes back to like that goes
Not
back
everyone,
to like,
not
everyone.
everyone, not everyone. I don't want to put that like stereotype out there, but like if you go to like the club, you're gonna see those girls. You are.
Yeah, that is true, but then there's also people like us. Like, we go to a club.
We're doing it for fun and not
yeah,
for, like,
and
a
if we
money
see somebody
outcome.
who has a table and he's offering us, we're gonna take it. It's not specifically because
But we don't
want
have
his money.
any like.
We want the alcohol that's at the table.
Yeah, we don't have like a
Like,
hidden agenda to like take their money.
Yeah,
and
like
shit.
at that
That's not
point,
it.
when I go out and I get us a table, I get drinks and I give them to the guys.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, I want my whole group to have fun, so I'll fill up a couple of like fucking vodka and I'll give it to them.
It's like if we eat, they eat.
Yeah,
Like we
everybody
gotta support them.
So
Like we went to like Liquor Box and we all were in like a table. We were like in the VIP section, and we kept like I got what like you a cup of Henny. We were
Full
bringing
ass cup of Henny.
Yeah, we were like bringing them drinks because
And then Damion threw
like
up.
they're
He got kicked out of the club. He got kicked out of the club.
There's out of
How many he was in the back?
Hold up, that shit's funny as fuck.
Hold on, he said,
Let me defend myself. I was already T, and they brought.
You threw up?
They brought.
We was T2 though.
I said I can't. I was like, what is in there? They said Henny. I was like, I'm already T. Like I
It was
can't.
straight Henny.
And they basically
straight.
forced it down my mouth, and then as soon as I didn't throw it right
we
there.
just want you to have
I
a
made
good
it.
time.
I made it to the bathroom.
We had a good time.
Right.
I had a good time.
I did.
I had a good time. So my jacket got stolen, and I had an air tag in my wallet. So I took my phone out, and I went on Find Mine, and I'm looking at the air tag, following the directions.
Let me show you
like 15
Let me
minutes.
show you how her phone was holding the directions. It was upside down. So we were going the opposite way, and me and Lily are chasing her, and we get to a park. Two cop cars are staring at us, and she's like, oh shit, we're at the wrong spot. And I'm begging her to go back to school. She's like, bro, I'm done with this shit. I'm by myself. It's only me forever. I'm like, I just want to go home.
I was mad as fuck. I FaceTimed her.
I was blacked out drunk. I was blacked out drunk. She's calling me and telling me she was like, we're gonna go fight these bitches. He's trying to control me. I'm doing cartwheels in the
she's
middle
doing
of the
cartwheels in
street.
the middle of the street, and I'm trying to get her to the train so we could get back.
I met the DJ and asked her for a ride. I found it's like 4 flights of stairs to get up and down the club. I know every single
That's
one of
not
them.
even the worst.
You went back. You fell down the stairs.
And then this guy,
She wanted to go to Trump Tower with a guy.
Bro, I was fucked up,
but I kept telling her, why the fuck would you do that?
This was the best moment of my life. Like,
$400
nothing will ever
damn.
top this. Because he looked at me and he's like, you want to sign? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, that ass. I was like, are you for real? Like, you're going to do it? He's like, yeah. This shit was $500. He bought me a bottle of Patron and had a whole ass sign. I was like,
that bitch too.
oh God. And I got my Hennessy. I was throwing up. I was trying to throw up. Outside the club, the security guard was like, patting my back, telling me to let it out. I was like, bro, leave me alone. But yeah, Best moment of my life. Lawyer
Talking about
Abby.
Lord and Abby.
Yeah, he said, I said lawyer Abby.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sounds bogus.
So
I'm
y'all
sorry.
ain't been.
But-
Y'all ain't been back to the club.
Oh, we have.
Oh, we have.
No, but every time we go to that club, we get fucked up, and it's so funny because I knew the promoter, and then one second, she's kissing the guy.
It happened.
And then
It happened.
one second she's kissing him, and then I see a sign, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, oh shit.
Y'all be lit though.
No,
I was the only sober one that day, and I was begging them to go home. There was no fucking way.
Yeah.
I
was just
was
leaving.
sitting at the red line and I made an apology video to my mom.
Bruh,
I was so
I
drunk.
FaceTimed her after I lost my shit, and I was like, bro, Abby, like, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of this bitch, da da da.
And
she's
I'm
always
chasing after her.
She's
My
like,
phone is upside down
no,
because
and Abby's like, she's like, Issa, yeah, go beat the fuck out of that bitch.
I'm like,
Like,
I'm
get this shit back.
coming.
And then literally the next day, we took a fucking car and drove to the house because I wanted my shit back. And I didn't get my shit back.
Damn.
So yeah.
I had to beg the security from the school not to let her rent a car and drive it to the house while she was
Yeah.
drunk because she kept telling me she was gonna leave.
Yeah.
That's why you had
We were still drunk at 7 a.m. I had to email my professor because I had a 9:30 final exam the next morning. I emailed my professor and I was like, yo, like I got food poisoning, like I'm throwing up. He exempted me and I got an
Definitely
A+.
not food. It was alcohol. She had alcohol poisoning.
They don't even know that.
Took the W.
On God, I did.
What was the question?
I'm so
Next question. I forgot. Next.
Why do you think females get slut shamed for getting around a lot?
Go ahead,
And
Abby.
men
Let's
don't?
see your question.
Actually, no. We're gonna start with.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the question again?
Let Jordan answer that.
Why do girls
Actually,
get slut shamed for going around?
And men.
once
don't.
he's done posting his Be Real.
Alright, I'll start off.
Wait, so it's like vice versa, like both sides, or just
No,
women?
they,
No.
they
Why
answer
do
the
girls
question.
get it but guys don't?
Both of y'all, we gonna
So-
let them go first. Then y'all.
So,
chime in after them.
Well, I do agree that it's unfair if it's like just two sluts, like men and women. Like y'all just
They
sluts.
both can be considered
Yeah,
sluts.
just accept the fact you're a slut.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why it's that double standard is because, like how we said earlier in the podcast, women are able to get dick anytime they want. You know, like the song we get.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like they could get it anytime. They could have sex anytime they want with any guy they want for real, unless he like some grade A ass nigga. But and for a guy, more times than not, they have to really put effort into getting with a girl. So how society looks at it is if a guy got hella bodies, then he viewed as someone that can get what other guys can't.
Type shit.
Versus
Got that
girls,
shit.
yeah. Versus girls that have a bunch of bodies like, well, sex just controls her life. She can't do nothing without it.
Yeah.
Ada, Jordan, what are your thoughts on this?
I didn't hear the question.
Jesus Christ.
Look at the group chat.
Why do
Why do girls get slut shamed? And men don't.
Honestly, I feel like it's just because the time that we're in. It's like, yeah, y'all wear what y'all wear. Like, personally, I don't care. Like, y'all wear what y'all gonna wear, but y'all are using that as, like, confidence, ego, which is a good thing. Like, y'all are showing off y'all's body, blah, blah, blah. But when guys see it, this generation, like, we're bad on that part. We see it as y'all being sluts and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Y'all are just showing y'all's body for what we are doing, but personally, I don't.
Not every guy's
I feel
respect that you can.
Alright.
It's
Y'all
back.
can go back.
We can just cut it out.
Alright, Jordan.
Alright. Oh shit. So I feel like it has to do a lot with society. As far as girls getting slut shamed, shit like that. It just has to do with like if the girl's going around and just catching body after body after body, like as a guy, that's gonna change your perspective of that girl. Like if you meet her for the first time and you find out that she's been around and all this shit, like you're instantly not gonna take her serious for real. You're gonna think of her differently. Now with a guy, it's like if he's going around and doing this shit, it's just like he's on his little hustle or whatever and shit like that. And he still has the opportunity to go around and like girls gonna take him seriously and shit. But it's just, you know, from the get-go, she's going around doing this shit. You just can't have trust in her. You can't for real take her seriously. And you're gonna treat her like that. You're gonna be like, alright, if she's going around on her fuck shit, then I'm gonna treat her like another body, not catch feelings and move on.
In society, what's worse, a guy with 15 bodies or a girl with 15 bodies?
Girl with
Yeah, the
15
girl with
bodies.
15
I don't think that's society now. I think that should have been like that.
Well, like
It's
that's
not like that now.
because, but that's because
That's how
our
it's always been.
yeah, but that's our
the same
society.
question we
Like
answered
our
earlier.
society is hookup based now. It's not relationship. It's not love. It's
Yeah.
all literally like materialistic things.
Yeah.
So like there is no like connection. There's no intimacy. It's literally just fucking dick. Like that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
So like with the whole thing of like women getting like slut shamed, it's like I feel like it's kind of a double standard in a way that like men don't, because men kind of see it as like a game. Like they'll be like, oh, like I think I can like get these girls. So like I mean it's not 100% true with every guy, but like if you look at like the main guys that are like on their fuck shit and just want to use women just for sex, they're gonna treat it like a game. They're gonna see how many girls they can get, and then when they get with that girl, they're gonna be like, oh, you were easy, I got you. Like, and then they're gonna start slut shaming her, which isn't fair, because like you had this like you had this in your head that you were gonna get her. So like once you got her, like you can't turn back on her. Like that's just not
And then if
fair.
they do get rejected, you still get called a hoe.
Oh yeah. If you get rejected, then they get in their feelings and then they start being.
So that's why you're a hoe to begin with. That's what my board
So
was
like
anyway.
like the other night at the bar, like some guy was like being really like disrespectful towards me because I just wasn't interested. And he asked me, he was like, "Are you in a sorority?" And I was like, "No." And then like he was like, "Yeah, whatever." And I was like, "You're mad at me for not being in a sorority? I go to NAI school. Like
Okay,
it is
so
an issue."
Alright, you wanna go?
Man, yeah.
Oh, so piggyback off what she just said. Fuck, I forgot.
Damn.
I lose my thought really fast. But like piggyback what she said. Yeah, actually yesterday when we had gone out, I had two situations happen. Like there's this one guy, obviously he was intoxicated, and he looks at me and I lock eyes with him. Mind you, this guy is not my type at all. So I look at him and he walks up to me and he's like, "Is that you trying to shoot your shot?" And I looked at him and I was like, "No." And he was like, "Oh, are you sure about that?" Da da da. Like you were looking at me. I was like, "No, like you're not even my type." Like they just take that like the smallest things as like in like go for it, you know. And I get like the whole look thing, but I know for a fact I did not give his ugly ass a look. He was nowhere my type. And then another thing too is what he was saying earlier, like what we wear. Last night I was debating on wearing the shirt that I wore because it showed a lot of cleavage.
Yeah.
And I ended up wearing it because, you know, I lived to get in it and I like the fit I put together. So I had gone out and then I get a DM today and this guy was asking me if I was at the bar last night and I was like, yeah, I was. Conversation kept going and he was like, I liked your shirt. And I was like, oh, thank you. And he was like, yeah, I wish I could have taken it off for you.
Yeah, like
And it's like the smallest shit. Like, why the fuck? Like, why the fuck would you like say that? And even in his message, he was like, "Oh yeah, like I saw you. We locked eyes. Supposedly, he was like, you should have said hi." I was like, "Well, you could have done the same shit." You know? It's like if you really think like you had that in with me, go ahead, like approach me. But it's like just because what I'm wearing, you thought it's okay for you to say that.
Yeah.
But
Like,
that
weird.
happens all the time,
Yeah.
though, and that's like the sad thing. Is like girls like they could be like body positive, like post bikini pics, whatever like they want to do, and then they get these DMs, they get these messages. Oh, like I'd love to take that off of you. Like the amount of like disgusting things like men have said to me. It's like why? Like what possessed you to say that?
I mean, it's okay to state your opinion, but
Yeah, I mean-
it depends how long you know the person for.
Yeah.
Like,
But
it's
if it's
this
someone-
random ass guy that I've
Yeah, I
never had conversation with.
I don't want to hear that you
Yeah.
want to like take my clothes off. Like I don't want to hear that from you. I don't even know your name. You want to take my clothes off? Like that's crazy.
So,
Alright,
so
wait,
do you
wait.
think like in comparison when females to the public eye is not attractive, or vice versa to them being attractive, like they went to the gym, slimmed up, like do you think they're confident? You think the ones that's confident is the ones that's posting their body once they get
No,
Good
it's the
looking.
girls that are insecure that post their
No.
bodies because you get attraction from guys that raises your ego.
Actually,
Wait,
It's not always that case, but it's some case for a lot of girls.
Well, that's
Like I
different
said-
though, because there's like TikTok people, like women who like are like they're influencers, but like, have you ever seen like the girls that are like, oh, like here's like a dumbbell circuit to use if like you're shy at the gym. So there are women out there that are like body positive, like they want you, like they're trying to help you be comfortable in a gym, because going to a gym is kind of vulnerable. Like because like obviously like we wear like spandex, we wear sports bras, like we are showing off our bodies. But that's also not an invitation to you to come up and say something to me. That is not an invitation to you to come up and be like, oh, you look good, or oh, like that's not an invitation.
If you look good though, would you fuck with it though?
I mean, if I found like attraction in him, then yeah. But
There's
Man,
you can't. Okay, look.
him.
I gotta speak for the guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask y'all something real quick too. But like, as far as it is for us, like dudes gonna shoot their shot regardless.
oh, of course.
But I'm saying, especially it makes it, you put yourself in an easier situation to get hit up. When you,
I mean, that is true.
When you are, I get it, it's body positivity, you know, look at me, you know, you look good, like, it's great, that's great to have. But it's also cons to that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, posting certain pics, you shouldn't be surprised if it.
Well, to me, like, when that happened, I wasn't surprised at all. Like, I knew that shit was bound to happen. That's exactly why I was, like, debating on wearing it or not. But at the end of the day, like, even though he said that, it doesn't really bother me as much because I knew what I was wearing was going to get attention. You know, if I'm going out, I'm going to look good for me, but I know I'm going to get attention because my type of style and the type of way I dress myself is something that will grab a guy's attention. And back to what you were saying about, like, body positivity and all, like, I'm very comfortable in my own body. Like, I post myself and I post my body, and I wouldn't say I'm entirely insecure because I know I'm not the skinniest girl. I know I don't got the fucking fattest ass or biggest tits, like. But to me, it's like I go to the gym a lot and I work hard for my body, so I'm gonna show that off too. It's not always about just like if I'm insecure, it's what I'm working towards because when I go to the gym and I look in the mirror, I feel good as hell, so I'm gonna show that off, and I know I'm gonna get attention for it, and I'm perfectly fine with it.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with men because like when men go to the gym, they always post their post-workout pumps. Like that's it is what it is. They show their abs.
Damion,
You guys do it, and I'm not hating on you guys because that's what it is.
Chest day.
They're showing like they want like their progress and their work that they've been putting in. They want to show it off. So like it's kind of hard for like women to do it because sometimes like their intent like not every woman has like the intention to like post it just to get like men to say stuff to it because there's girls like that. But there's also like the girls that just want to show off like their progress, what they've been doing, like what. But like it's like it's kind of like I don't know. It just depends on the like girl, because like some girls like they want to be confident and just show off like what they've been doing, what they've been working on, and then some girls just go to the gym to just like.
But do they get the right to?
I ain't gonna lie. So I do got a question for the guys.
Yeah, let them talk.
I need some. Yeah. So as far as like how. So she said, I believe Abby. Yeah, I believe Abby said this. She was like, oh. I'm fucking shit.
No, I'm talking about him.
I was gonna say, damn. No, so she said guys look at it as like free game type shit. Like, oh, I can get this girl. And you get it like, oh, she was easy type shit. So for y'all ever been with like a girl, or you ever been trying to fuck with a girl and give her all this attention, and she just fucking you over type shit, like, or maybe you was on the opposite end of it. Maybe you wasn't giving a girl the attention. Listen, maybe you wasn't giving a girl the attention, and she was fucking with you more. So it's like, so what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to relate it to this. When guys look at it like, oh, it's free game, or then you get her, it's like, oh, she was easy. For them, I believe like the attention aspect, like, oh, I can't get him. Like, he's not giving me this attention, this validation. I want him even more.
You talking about the chase?
Yeah. Then when he giving you that shit, it's like,
Well,
too much. You're doing too much. So I feel like for us, it's for y'all, it's the same way, but it's different as far as y'all want the attention and guys want the sex. You feel me? I feel like if y'all want to elaborate on that, share y'all opinion on that. What y'all think?
Okay,
So-
Dave Dollar.
So from my experience of going out, I noticed for me personally, it worked more where I never really, well, growing up, I never really had like, you could say like a whole phase or anything like that where I'm just bouncing from girl to girl. So like coming to college, being single, going out finally, instead of like going out of character and shoot my shot on whoever I think fine at the club. Where I usually like just hint at it with them, and then see if they reciprocate the same feelings. And I always have the mindset if they do, they'll shoot. I look at it as like it's the day and age where y'all preach equality, females preach equality. You can shoot your shot on me. You can shoot your shot on me. So I'll show them I'm interested, and and I feel like it worked more when they saw that I'm not finna put the chase into.
So when you gave less attention towards
it worked for me.
Alright, you speaking. What's your name? Jordan.
Let's hate it.
Oh,
That's watch our
Alright, cream team.
Oh God.
When it comes to like that, how you were saying, it's you give all that attention and then the girl gives you no attention, but it's like when you don't give any attention, they give that attention. I feel like
You took that so long to explain.
I felt like I had a brain aneurysm just trying to understand.
It's just a rental. I'm not with all the sentimentals. Just keep it simple.